Hey guys, welcome to Friday's stream. So reset for Zer in regards to Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. So welcome to Destiny 2 Edge of Fate, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to see what Zer has for us for this Friday. Yeah, 24th of October 2025. So we did try to go into Destiny 2 on Tuesday to do a bit more of the storyline, but that went out the window because there was I'm sure there were some bugs in the game which affected us trying to get any of it done, but we were able to do the reset for the Nightfall, so that at least that was something. But in regards to Crucible as well as Gambit, we never even got a chance to do that either. So, hopefully today we should be able to do some after Zer's reset. So we're going to kick off Friday's stream as we always do, heading straight to the tower to see what Zer has for us for this reset Friday. So we're going to go to the annex and see if there's any other players actually there as well. There was absolutely loads last time, but it was just strange that when we went into Tuesday's stream, it seemed to be okay and everything like that, but then for some reason we couldn't get any progress and it didn't make any sense. So, like I was saying, we might have missed something, but it wouldn't usually tell us if we missed something. So, we will try that again, as it were, live on the Tuesday, for example. But yeah, it did affect us trying to do stuff, unfortunately. So these things happen. So, welcome to the annex, ladies and gentlemen. So I have been editing the previous week's content of this because it's fun to re-upload it for those who weren't able to watch it live, and you can watch it in your own time, see me die, etc. Especially like yesterday's stream, for example, that will be uploaded as well, where I died as well, on the Wednesday stream as well. Oh look, some decoration. How come I can't get around here? Oh, now we can. So, there is it.
The Nine see your valor.
So each week Zer has usually a bit of gear for each of the classes, but since the changes in regards to this expansion from Final Shape, they've made it a bit more simplified, more structured in regards to what he drops in every week, and it is now 2 bits of gear for each of the classes. So for the hunters first, we have this chest armor, and just like the previous bit of hunters gear as well as the warlocks and titans gear, you can add major mods alongside minor mods, and I think you can stack them as well, so that would be very beneficial for those who need it for a very hard dungeon one maybe, or something like that. So this bit of gear, you can level it to at least a level 5. In regards to having a different appearance, I don't have another one to show you, but you can get that if you're very fortunate. But for those players who have their main character as a a hunter maybe, or a warlock, you will probably have additional appearances to select from, and then what you can do is then change the color scheme to make it match the color scheme you're going for. Ooh. So this is one of the new shaders or color schemes that we got a couple of weeks ago, and it's really interesting. I wonder if it glows in the dark, because it'd be really funny if they did like Crucible in the dark, and the only way you can see people is if you spot their reflective armor, I guess. But so base level of 200 since you know, Edge of Fate got a massive update from Final Shape, of course. Second bit of gear for the hunters is chest armor again. So 2 bits of chest armor for the hunters this week. So like I was saying, you can add major mods as long as it is available for you to select out of the lot, but you can stack them, I think, as well, like I was saying. And also you got minor mods as well that will sort of work alongside your major mods as well. So you can upgrade this to at least a level 5, and this is another bit of gear. For example, if you have another appearance, which I don't, unfortunately. So for the hunters, I think there's so many, and same with the warlocks as well. There's so many, you know, appearances for your, or transmog for your gear. It's just really cool. So if you did have another appearance, then you can change its color scheme once you're happy with selecting, you know, that specific appearance. I mean, this is the new shader or transmog color paint, as it were. Looks really cool, doesn't it? I mean, if that does reflect at night time, as it were, you know, if you did one of the patrols at night or something like that, or even if it was a, I don't recall if the nightfall has ever been nighttime. But I'm not sure, but they should. But then obviously this would be really interesting to see if it actually stands out, because I'm sure it does, really. So Titans this week have gauntlets to kick off their gear for the week, and just like the hunters bit of gear, you can add major mods as well as minor mods, and they can stack as well, I believe. So depending what subclass you've selected your Titan in this case, or Warlock or Hunter, different damage you know, selected to help your character, you know, maybe get a bit more of arc, or maybe solar, stasis, strand, void, or harmonic, which sounds really cool. What's this one? Ew, and major mods, kinetic as well. There's so many. I mean, so you can pick any of them really to work alongside each other. I guess they all will benefit your character, whatever stats you're going for example. So this bit of gear you can level to at least a level 5 as well. Some gear you can still upgrade it to at least a level 10, but bear in mind that is from exotic gear from ages ago, so they wouldn't have updated the current you know, changes, of course. So if you've got multiple of the same item, one maybe higher level than the other, you can infuse it together, and you know, it just saves you wasting it really. But you can sort of merge it together for Bright Dust, I believe, or is it Glimmer? but yeah, I think it's glimmer, but I don't think you lose anything. But if you have you know, specific stats and things, but I don't think it will disappear, you know. It will just go on to the new bit of gear. So this bit of gear for the Titans, I do actually have additional appearances to give you an example. So you got that one, this one, and this one. So for example, if we picked this one and then we wanted to change it to this, so it looks much better, doesn't it? So even if we selected this one, kept the same color scheme, you know, looks a bit different, doesn't it? And obviously the other one, the very first one. So that looks much better than the default appearance. I mean, look at that. Some people out there might love that, but I don't particularly like it. Although in fairness, that looks better than that colour. That doesn't look right to me. Even that looks better, even though that's why I want to change the colour, because to me, better colour, you know. But like I said, certain gear you can do as much, you know, customization as than others, more than others. But so that is that one for the Titans. And once again, the second bit of gear is gauntlets as well. So we actually have this new bit of gear, I believe, which I don't think I've added to my collection. So just like the other bit of gear for the hunters as well as the previous gauntlets for the Titans, add major mods and minor mods together to work in together to try to make your character basically a you know, force to be reckoned with against you know, the Nightfall run, for example, or something like that, or even the dungeon or raid, for example. So this could be leveled up to at least level 5 as well, and if you have multiple of this, it will help you not needing to, you know, just actually just ditching it sort of thing. You can't well, you can, but ideally you just you know, infuse it if you've got multiple of the same, and usually you get glimmer back or maybe enhancement core back for that. So this bit of gear, we do actually have another appearance. So we have this one. So we change the colour scheme. See what I mean? It just spoils it really, because it only changes the colour slightly. So maybe if it's just going to stick around on the shoulders and stuff, the sort of icy blue sort of thing, you might have to go through the entire list to see if there's a sort of a colour that would sort of match that in a sense, if you get me. But I mean, is that one that, no, don't know really. See what I mean? It doesn't really blend in well unless you find a colour that looks so near to what the you know, the bits that are on the armour itself. Is a shame. So sometimes you can customize it, but as much as you like, but sometimes you can't really. So this is a great example where it will only let you do so much, you know. So you can add major mods and minor mods as always. I usually select the melee mod and maybe stack it as well, so at least I will get the melee charged up quite often. It's quite fun going around the place punching things, so you will see that as well in Gambit. So far the hunters have had 2 chest armor, and the titans have had 2 gauntlets this week so far. So warlocks, the final class, have chest armor to kick off their gear for the reset week. So just like the titans bit of gear as well as the hunters, you can add major mods and minor mods to work together to make your character really unstoppable, really, if possible. Especially in Crucible, if you want to just kick ass, you know, or if you need it for the Nightfall run, or the dungeon, or the raid, or even the, you know, the tournament if there is one, or Trials of Osiris event as well. So this bit of gear is a great example where we don't get another appearance, but we only get a chance to change the colour scheme as much as it will let us. So that looks much better, didn't it? I mean, the default colour still looks nice, doesn't it? Ooh. Oh, I thought it was a helmet on the back. I thought, why are you carrying your helmet? So you've got so many choices. So it does actually blend in well. So certain bits of gear look better than others with the colour schemes and or shaders. So the final bit of gear is another chest armor, which is really funny. So each of the classes have had 2 bits of gear identical, as it were. It's just weird. So we've got another chest armor. So adding major mods especially will help the stats if you're trying to get maybe your melee high enough, or your mobility maybe. So adding major mods and minor mods together, like I said, work together really well to help your character become, you know, a very difficult problem in, for example, like Gambit or Crucible, or even the raid or Nightfall, you know, difficulties as well. So this can be leveled as well to level 5 at least. So this bit of gear, actually, you can get additional appearances, but obviously I don't have one to give you an example. But once you find one, or if you have one that you like to stick with, then you can change the colour scheme of that to try to make it match how you would like it to appear in regards to the colour scheme you're going for your specific character, in this case the Warlock. So I mean, that looks cool, doesn't it? Ooh. So it does happen, but it's rare that we get 2 identical pieces for each of the classes this reset week. Usually it's one maybe than the other, but it is rare that it's identical. So 2 chest armor for the hunters, 2 gauntlets for the titans this week, and 2 chest armor again for the warlocks. So it's just really weird. So our main goal in regards to Zay's reset, so this is what he has available, so you can buy any of these, spending of course strange coins. So I'm just saying, so the main goal is to get the favour of the 9 buff, spending at least 47 strange coins. So you spend them however you would like, as long as you have 47. So I'm just going to make sure we do have what we need. So we might not quite have enough, but that doesn't matter. Hold on a minute. Just trying to find just checking this. So we will get some more of that. So we might be able to do some Crucible Gambit first. Depending if we need to. So the idea is to get the favour of the 9 buff, like I was saying in regards to this reset. I was just making sure we had enough strange coins, and fortunately we were able to do that, get the amount that we needed. So as long as you spend 47 strange coins, doesn't matter which way you do, spend your strange coins, your 47. So you can buy a Ascending Shard for at least 41 of them strange coins if you need any more Ascending Shards. Enhancement cores, as well as some Glimmer if you need any more Glimmer. Or one of the keycard things in regards to what you can get additional spoils after the raid run, but that is only useful if you have a raid group to do these sort of activities with. You can spend 47 strange coins singly on a strange gift, which will still count towards the favour of the 9 buff that you need for the requirement. In the other options, should I say, you can buy exotic engrams for at least 29 per one, or you can buy legendary engrams singly 7 strange coins each. I'm not sure if since the changes they brought in for Edge of It, if especially the exotic engram, if you can only buy 1 or 2, sometimes you can be limited to buying only 1 or 2 per week. But if you have enough strange coins, you can buy the individual exotic weapons individually as well. So you do have the Hawkman hand cannon, the Jade Rabbit scout rifle this week, as well as the Borealis sniper rifle for those who are really good at shooting things from distance. And you have the grenade launcher, the colony, as well. There is also each week usually 2 catalysts. So this week you have this week business catalyst, as well as the Bad Juju catalyst as well, for those who need to add them to their collection. So if you haven't got any of these catalysts and you need them, you can spend your required strange coins for the week, or you can buy any of these legendary weapons as well if you need to upgrade them from your collection in the vault. So in the vault, usually the previous not previous season, but sometimes gear from the previous expansion hasn't been upgraded for absolutely ages, so you do have tons to pick from to choose. So it'll give it a new base level for this expansion, and it will allow you to upgrade it if you do keep it amongst your inventory as well. So how should we spend our 47 coins? So I think we'll buy some enhancement cards because it is the most simplest thing to do.
Accept it from the Nine.
And he's dead excited about that. Aren't you, Mr. Zer? So we still need to spend at least 25. But I will mention that also, if you do have a spare cipher slot, you can pick this up every week as well. But during the season stuff, rewards as well, you do get a chance to get another cipher anyway. They should change the amount of ciphers you can get to like at least 100 or 1,000 or something, because it's just really silly that you're only limited to 5. But the enhancement course you can get over 1,000, so it doesn't make any sense. Well, nearly 1,000 per stack, you know. So let's buy an exotic engram, or should we buy a legendary engram? So these will cost 7 each, where these are 29. But it's not guaranteed we're going to get anything different.
Accept it from the Nine.
Yeah, it's only letting us get 1. So we have done what's required, so we can get the favour of the 9 buff.
On exchange.
So as simple as that for Zer's reset, ladies and gentlemen. So we will
I hope to
head
be here again.
to the main courtyard and see what Ryo will give us for that engram. So we will say thank you to Zer, as we always do. Thank you, Zer. See you next time. So they're walking in things. So they have decorated the place well for Halloween, haven't they? So when it heads into the festive period, they will decorate again. I wonder who actually goes around decorating the place. They'll probably get to probably some of the new recruits decorating the place.
So who won?
So with the enhancement cards, you can buy stuff from Banshee here, or you can get additional rep and things, depending what weapon you want to get your reward from. And you can buy additional, sort of technically legendary, I guess, any of these really. But will cost you some glimmer as well as enhancement cores.
I'll see you at the shooting range.
So we will see Master Ryo.
Transaction to make, Guardian?
So we got these from last time we were in. So you can exchange materials for specific things. Ascending shard as well as ascending alloy, or even purchasing ascending shard or alloy, but we don't need any because we're maxed out anyway. But you can exchange the exotic engram to buy any of these if you think you need any of these to replace what you've got currently in your collection. So, for example, like the bit gear that we just got the base level for, if we kept an exotic engram, we could have used it to get another, for example, stronghold, and that will replace the one that we got in the vault, which will be probably much less level as well, not quite caught up to the current tier level at the moment. Speaking of that gear, we don't need any of these.
I slept rough last night.
So we're just basically recycling. But of course we won't be getting any glimmer or anything because we've already maxed out with our glimmer. So they need to change that as well. So sometimes we can recycle stuff and it gives us some unstable cores, which is part of the new season stuff. So strange coins, we've spent like I said, at least 50 I believe, something like that, but as long as we have 47 every time we do this reset, that's all that matters.
I can fix this.
So Eva's here in regards to the season of Lost, I believe. Alright, so because I'm a Titan, this item here refers to that, where the other ones are called different names. Interesting. So we will see Eva when we probably have to make cookies in December.